Well, why did you bring me here?
Well, we know FNF is dying, but do we know the reason of it, how it's dying? Now that is why the reaction video on we're gonna be watching today on why the real reason FN Friday Night Funkin' disappeared is played by Beak. Let's watch this.
I'm gonna die.
The year is 2021. The streets of Tokyo are being ravaged by a large lizard and a giant gorilla. Worldwide industry came to a grinding halt thanks to this cargo ship getting prop stuck in a river somewhere.
I remember that news.
Somewhere over here. And all of us, we're all locked in our homes thanks to the virus that shall not be named in fear of this video being sent to the monetization hell. However, this virus, it wasn't the only thing that swept across the globe in the year of our Lord 2021. No, God no. There was something else taking the world by storm. A certain video game that can be described as an enigma. One of those lightning in a bottle games that sort of rarely ever seen heights of popularity. The Club Penguin Dance Contest minigame. Friday Night Funkin'. This video game all about a child getting jiggy with it that you can die.
Actually, I'll be honest. I knew Friday Night Funkin' because I went to a site that was like a picture of mommy. I'm not showing it, but it was just a site. I saw a picture of mommy over there, and then I'm like, who is this demon? Is this a fan mate? And I'm like, Friday Night Funkin'? What's that? So yeah, that's how I know Friday Night Funkin'.
Okay, so here's my experience how I found out Friday Night Funkin'. It was from 8-Bit Ryan, okay? 8-Bit Ryan let you play week 7, and I started playing FNF, and that's how I find out about it.
Merch Roblox in-class talent shows. If you had eyes in your skull, in 2021, at some point, you would see something about Friday Night Funkin'. It was inevitable. Thing is, though, I really hate to be the bearer of bad news here, person watching this video, but it isn't 2021 anymore. Nah, it's 2023, and if you know anything about the Friday Night Funkin' lore and game theory, I'm pretty damn sure you know that Friday Night Funkin' seemingly vanished. So, in this video, you and me, we're gonna try to figure out why. It's time to find out.
I mean, technically, it doesn't really disappear. It's just their popularity, like scale down by like a large margin. So I don't really consider it disappearing, but I mean, some people doesn't hear. So yeah, that's
kind of true. So I see it. Why?
What in the name of all that's holy happened to Friday Night Funkin'? But first, you see that big red subscribe button down there?
Okay, hold on. No. Hey, you guys see that big subscribe button over there? Click that subscribe button right now if you guys want to see more awesome content like this. You're not the one who's gonna do the sponsoring. We're the one who's doing the sponsoring.
You rarely ever see games get this popular. So,
I like that. I like that video a lot.
All the way back to 2021. While it doesn't really seem that far away, like it's only 2 years ago. 2 years, it's not that long. Let's not ignore facts here.
2 years pretty early.
All of our day-to-day lives, they're all so different compared to what they're like right now in this current moment of existence. Back then, it was the middle of lockdown. We were all locked in our homes. We couldn't really go outside all that much. We couldn't touch grass, which isn't a new thing, but the point still stands. For the most part, all that we could do was watch some random show on Soap Today, or read a book, or spread misinformation and lie on the internet, or play video.
That's so me, I'll be honest. That's so me, I always do that. I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore, don't worry about it. But I just have to go about it and do that sometimes.
Games. And it's from this environment that certain video games absolutely exploded. Microtransaction Tycoon, Eviction Simulator, actually really good, and a rhythm game. Yeah, that sounds kind of weird, right? You know, a rhythm game doing well when all of us are locked in our homes. Because I don't know about you, but me, sure, I may love rhythm games, but come on, I've been doing music for something like 13 odd years. I love this shit. But whenever I think of rhythm games, I usually think of somewhat niche games that involve people going to specific places, or games that require some quote-unquote specialized equipment that you need to scour the internet or go to a dodgy-looking shop to find. You know, if you want to play Dance Dance Revolution, you have to go to your local arcade.
Yo,
if you
look
want
at
to
that
play Smoke
boy.
on the Water over and over again, you need one of these.
Yeah, that's a good one.
With Han Solo, you need to somehow
Star Wars
source an
Connect. Who
Xbox
remembers
Connect
Star Wars
camera.
Connect?
And
Who remember that
genuinely,
shit?
person watching this video, when's the last time a Match the Arrow to the Song rhythm game's been
What?
relevant?
What?
So
I
here we have a
didn't
game
know
that
that
by all
exists.
means shouldn't be that popular, doing crazy numbers. Why? Well, besides having more people at home, which almost guarantees a higher potential player base, I reckon that Friday Night Funkin's popularity, it's largely the result of accessibility. To play Friday Night Funkin', it's not like you need to move heaven and earth to find some random piece of equipment that stopped being produced in 2011, or fork over thousands of your shekels to build some NASA-grade...
Yeah, okay, sure.
So it is true, actually. It is true what he says. You don't need to go like somewhere like Japan or like Korea or like anywhere.
Or we went from Olympus going say Zeus, I need to play Friday Night Funkin'.
And I do like accept what he said about the accessibility, but not just the not just that actually. I think the modern community make it more easier to create your own character and bring your character to life into a video game. So,
Oh yeah, they did like put all the coding over there. Like they didn't even they just like leave it there for the people that want to do modding, right?
yeah, like me right now actually. And also make sure to check out my mod. It's almost done. V3 is coming out.
Everything will be in the link in description down below. Just check it out.
Friday Night Funkin', its barrier to entry is so ridiculously low that anybody can play it. And when you start playing it, let me tell you, as somebody who played FNF when it started to get really popular, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty damn fun. and pretty damn hard. While, yeah, okay, sure, FNF's barrier to entry is like non-existent, it's got quite a bloody high skill ceiling. And as you progress through each week...
That's not hard. The hard mode is pretty
much
easy.
more difficult. To start the game, I need to press this button when this key goes over here so that the child can move to the mute. What the fuck? But I'll tell you what, I never really felt like I was being bullshitted when I played Friday Night Funkin'. I felt frustrated when I fucked up, like, oh my god, I really wanted to launch my keyboard through my monitor. My mistakes, 99% of the time, they weren't the fault of the video game being weird or the video game fucking out. Nah, they were on me. Ah, yes, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. And every time I messed up, I wanted to play again and fix my mistakes. And do it again. And do it again.
I mean, that's the whole point of rhythm game.
And again, and again, and again. Next thing you know, I couldn't stop playing Friday Night Funkin'. And I'm pretty damn sure I'm not alone in saying this. Thanks to FNF's low barrier to entry, its fun gameplay, unique art style, catchy, in big quotation marks, music, sense of wanting to get better and better, and a whole bunch of massive YouTube making videos about it. A gigantic
these guys not bad for doing it.
All of us, we just had a massive brain heart attack aneurysm.
Sorry, I don't know you guys remember YouTube channel though. I'm so sorry about that, but I do know you guys.
The word community in the context of Friday Night Funkin' because some of the people in this community are very interesting. I can confirm that some of the stuff they've made were
that's pretty shit. I'll be honest, I don't like it.
Exist, but moving all of this weird stuff to one side for a moment, there is a lot of it. I'm willing to bet I could do a sub 5 second FNF NSFW image speed run. But moving all of that weird shit over here for a second, I'm not gonna lie. Some of the stuff this community's created, it is kind of cool, especially some of the mods that were created for Friday Night Funkin'. If anything, Friday Night Funkin' mods, they were the main thing keeping this game going after the initial hype wave died down. Really talented people created all sorts of different custom weeks for this game, including a whole bunch of different characters from all corners of the internet. Sonic the Hedgehog, Tricky from the Manda's Combat series, William Afton, and some of the videos showcasing these mods, they got millions of
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. There's like a two different things where I'll say one is like a mod that's really cool, and the other one is a mod that's a trendy mod. Like we'll take a Squid Game as an example. Back then when Squid Game was popular, it was so popular that what did they decide to do? Make an FNF mod for Squid Game. And what did people do? They decided to play it. Because why? Because it was trendy. So like I see Sonic over there, I see like Finance at Freddy. I won't really call that as like a really good mod. I'll really call it as a trendy mod.
I would agree on you on that one actually. I'll say that.
Yeah, so like it's nice seeing what they're doing, like what the fan doing. At the same time, like you know what they're doing because it was a trend. It was a trend back then.
Yeah, but if you want good but also trendy, let's take a big example like Indie Cross. It was good because it looks incredible, but it's also trendy because they show these three characters that are really popular back then, which is understandable.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not saying that trendy mod is horrible or anything. I mean, sometimes they're just okay. They're just alright. They're just trends. That's it. But yeah,
true.
That's all I have to say for this one.
Blending them all together. Low barrier to entry, everybody being at home, fun gameplay, mods, massive YouTubers making videos, the sense of wanting to get better, all of that type of shit. The result is a game that went nuclear. So much so that when the devs of this game, a group called the Funkin Crew Incorporated,
oh my god,
this name in your brain, announced to the world that they wanted to take FNF to the next level, but needed a bit of cash cheese money to do so. Their Kickstarter campaign raised over $2 million. People all over this planet we call home were super hyped to see what the future FNF looked like. And
yeah, I saw Neo. I saw the Neo
look at
one.
all the stuff being promised. Online multiplayer, cutscenes, custom characters, a shit ton of new weeks. But then, nothing happened. And here we are today, a few years later.
We'll stop. Someone's having a mental breakdown. Someone's having a mental breakdown. Give him a moment.
Yes, that's actually the true reason why I've never fall. The devs did not keep their promise, and in result, the fans feel like they got scammed. Okay, you can just continue. I just fucking hell.
And nobody knows when or if this promised version of Friday Night Funkin' is ever gonna be released. Which leads us quite nicely into my first game theory all about what I think happened to Friday Night Funkin'. Okay, what I'm not gonna do is sit back in my chair over here and pretend that I'm some Oppenheimer, Einstein level IQ genius when it comes to the field of how to make an video game. The extent of my
I mean, to be fair, we're just over here just sitting on our chair and just looking at your video right now. We are not we're all not some Oppenheimer, Albert Einstein geniuses.
Oh my god.
My video game creation knowledge is subjecting this small little funny looking man to horrors beyond his mortal comprehension and making really broken geometry-custom levels when I was like 11. Other than that though, I'm dumb, I'm stupid, I don't know anything. Well, besides one thing, what I do know about making games is that if you want to make something good, it takes time. The saying, a delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad, exists for a reason.
True. That is true.
Do you think you can pump out an amazing game that lives up to and surpasses hype in something like a week? You got another thing coming, mate. That's a one-way street to getting obliterated in the Steam reviews. Making good shit, it takes time, especially if you're a small development team. Remember how a few minutes ago I told you to keep the name The Funkin Crew Incorporated?
So like you guys already know that the main devs are just like Ninja Muffin 99, Kawaii Sprite, Evil Skater, and who was the other one? Phantom Arcade, yeah. And the only coder in there was only Ninja Muffin. He's the only programmer in there. You guys expect him to program all of that in just like a year? No.
It takes more than a year.
Not at all.
And we are basic
when
programmer right here. Both me and Deren are basic programmer.
You're the more advanced one. I'm still I'm still learning actually.
Yeah, we're pretty good now. But yeah, that's true. I mean, Ninja Muffin, I did read about it. Ninja Muffin is the only coder. Yeah, that's pretty true. So let's continue.
Team consists of 4 people. Ninja Muffin 99.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. That's the thing what Deren said.
Phantom Arcade, Kawaii Sprite, and Evil Skater. Classic indie game development studio type beat. And hell, side note here, Friday Night Funkin', I reckon that it's pretty admirable that this game even came into existence in the first place. Plain and simple, FNF, it was the product of a 48-hour indie game jam called Ludum Dare. A 48-hour indie game jam, for those of you who don't know, it's a type of competition where a bunch of indie game studios all come together and have 48 hours to create something? In this game jam, FNF's development team created a prototype version of Friday Night Funkin'. And this prototype was so well received that they didn't win. But hey, just like the person who comes second in Britain's Got Talent, FNF and the Funkin' crew, they went on to have a much more popular career than anybody else in the competition.
Trendy mod, like here.
Track, though,
that's an example.
Here. To say that what the Funkin' crew have planned for the future of Friday Night Funkin' is ambitious, I think that's one of the biggest understatements ever uttered in human history. Just look at some of this shit being promised. Look at it. Like, really look at it. It's insanely ambitious. Maybe even too ambitious. Now, I don't want you to get me wrong, having goals and dreams and ambitions, all of that type of stuff, it's all really good, yeah, you know, we all have goals. I have them, you have them, everybody has them. Wanting to achieve certain things in your life, yeah, it's a good thing. Like, yay, goals and achieving things. But here's the thing with ambition. It needs to be realistic. Like, imagine if I sat here and told you that over the span of the next, I don't know, week, I was gonna start 10 individual different YouTube channels and grow them to over 1 million subscribers overnight. That's a really ambitious thing to say, but that's stupidly ambitious. That's never gonna happen. Like never ever. That's never gonna happen. And I don't know, man, I hate to be this guy. I really do. But looking at some of the stuff being promised in this Kickstarter campaign, it's all really cool. But I can't help but think that the
I get it, they're gonna add multiplayer, but funny thing, there's an FNF mod that literally has multiplayer already. FNF Online versus.
Yeah.
I guess the devs. So why not the main devs? Just like I say, invite them into the crew. Just don't do it by yourself. Just ask others. You like, for example, do you think the imposter mod couldn't make it if they only have the current developers? No, they asked for more help. And look at this, they managed to finish it. They managed to finish it because they have more people. Logic.
Hashtag Darren ranting there, guys. Hashtag he be ranting.
Like, that's a lot, like a lot. Oh, and one more thing, the final product, you better make sure it lives up to fan hype. I think it's pretty safe to say that the FNF community, they've got really bloody high expectations about the future of Friday Night Funkin'.
Oh no.
Come on, bro, this game raised over $2 million. 2 million, but even more so. Look at some of these.
Yo, wait, hold on. I thought it was just like 1 million. At least. Or 900k. I didn't know it was 2 million, actually. I actually didn't know that. I just know that it went from above 60. That's all I know. That's all. But then I didn't know it actually went 2 million.
Caster right there. I love Caster. Shout out to that mod.
Hello. Yep, that's a lot of mod over here.
Mods, some of them, they're straight up better than what's found in the base game.
Yo.
So now, imagine for a second that some...
True. A lot of mods are better. I'm just saying. Yeah. A lot of mods are just better.
Time in the future, FNF, the full-ass game, finally releases into our world, and it's mid. The community mods are still yards better. Plain and simple, that's just not acceptable. The final version of FNF, it has to be better than these community mods. These community mods, they've set the bar for what FNF fans want to see, and it's a bloody high bar. So, once again, if you mix in this characteristic with the fact that this game is being developed by a small 4-man indie team, of course it's gonna take time to make. And it's not like the Funkin' crew can just not commit to making some of the stuff they promised to make in their Kickstarter roadmap donation goal image thing. Nah, God no, they have to deliver on everything they promised. And since it's a shit ton of stuff, no wonder it's taking time. But still, I can't really blame people for getting annoyed, like frustrated, pissed off that this game that has taken so long to make. It's 2 years, like 2 years. That's 365 times 2. That's a shit ton of time to wait for something, especially when you put money into that thing. It's understandable. You're allowed to be pissed off. I get it. And this is where we move on from our first what happened to Friday Night Funkin', why did it disappear game theory, and into the second.
I play this one.
You see, while lots of people have just said, bro, game development takes time when the conversation about why Friday Night Funkin' is taking so long to make comes up, others have said that they feel like this whole thing may have just been one big scam. The Funkin' crew, they may have just taken the money and done a runner. Now, before going into this section all about scamming and lying on the internet, my favorite thing to do, I do just want to preface it by saying that I really, really hope this isn't the case. And if I'm being completely honest, I do really doubt it is. But I would hate to find out that, yeah,
Garcella.
the scam idiot is the answer to why FNF hasn't come out yet.
OG mod.
I do highly doubt
my favorite mod. One of my favorite.
Scammers. But hey, I guess it is still a possibility at the end of the day. And you know what? For the sake of the argument, let's imagine here for a second that, yeah, okay, it's true. The thousands of people who believe this on the internet, well done, you're right. The Funkin crew, they are just a bunch of no-good scumbag scammers who created some elaborate, please give us Mr. Beast money. We promise we'll work on the game ruse that managed to somehow raise over 2 million shekels. First of all, jumping all the way over here, straight to the end of the game theory. What does this mean for the future of Friday Night Funkin'?
Didn't play this mod.
Rest in peace, Friday Night Funkin', cry some more. But rewinding a bit, if this whole thing was a scam, why would the Funkin' crew want to create this scam in the first place? Well, it's quite obvious, isn't it?
Money!
I don't know about you, but me, I love money. And for people...
We should do the thing. Editor me put a thing.
Why did you scam us? Money!
That's Friday Night Funkin' in a nutshell, guys. That's it.
All over this planet we call home, regardless of intention, making a shit ton of money, that's a massive motivator for them. However, when the discussion of how to make money comes up, sure, there are quite a few ways to make a lot of money ethically, but in contrast, there are also a lot of ways to make money unethically. One of these ways is to scam people. People have been scamming for years. From 300 BC, when a bloke got Hegestrassel sunk his boat to collect some...
Scam? So what are you saying?
Bro, it started from there. Okay, I mean, yes, scamming is now more common nowadays. Actually, I'll say that it's like so common right now.
Yeah, true. Kind of agree. Kind of give it that. That's pretty true.
Continue.
Insurance money, all the way to nowadays where a bunch of arseholes try to take $2,000 worth of Amazon gift cards from your grandmother and anything Logan Paul touches. You can make a shit ton of money off of scamming people, and you can do it pretty damn quick. So obviously, if the Funkin' crew plan to scam people going into developing their fun little
Rockstar
game,
if you want
that mission accomplished, $2 million. But enough talking about the end goal of scamming. It's to make money. We all know that. I reckon that a better question to ask is why people think FNF is one massive scam. Wherever you search up FNF online, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, you will find somebody talking about how, ooh, FNF is a scam. They took the money and ran. From what I've been able to work out after digging into the cesspool known as the Friday Night Funkin' side of the internet, trust me, it's even worse than it sounds. When the topic of how this game is a scam comes up, there are a few main talking points. Firstly, the game.
Well, like during 2022, when FNF was done the peak, like very high actually, I was in that like drama community actually. I constantly see dramas that like the devs or like the fans just getting pissed off each other. The most I would say the most controversial one is Bob and Bullshit and also Sky, and those two are by far the most controversial FNF mod in the entire community.
Approach the Funkin' crew taking their announcements. But for every point raised in favor of FNF being a scam, there are twice as many counterpoints that also get raised. The game taking a long time to make, games just take a long time to make, especially when all this shit needs to be made by a team of 4 people. Substantial updates being few and far between, people will point you towards the Twitter accounts of the devs. FNF backer rewards not shipping to people, here are people who have gotten their rewards. The lax approach in FNF announcements, it's just always been this way, and bro, if they're still making announcements, then something has to be in development. This whole thing is one gigantic clusterfuck. All it is people on the internet just screaming and getting angry at each other. With all that being said though, I think it's time to answer that golden question from the beginning of this video. It's time to find out what in the name
YouTube
of
Rewind.
all that's holy happened to Friday Night Funkin'. Plain and simple, I don't think FNF is a scam. I don't think this game was some massive GTA.
Same.
Oh my!
Same.
Thank you. Thank you, my gosh.
also,
This guy finally understand.
I also
my
don't
God.
think FNF is also a scam. I'm just playing a joke around. Don't worry, guys. It's just a joke I made. But personally, I really don't think it's a scam. I'm thinking that they're using that money for wisely choices.
The Pacific Standard Job heist to steal money from people on the internet.
I love this mod, by the way. That mod's really good.
Everything promised in the Kickstarter campaign was way too ambitious for a team of 4 people to undertake feasibly in a decent amount of time. And to deliver on everything, because that's what they're obligated to do, people paid money to see all this stuff, no wonder it's taken so much time. And it's going to continue to take time. Do I think Friday Night Funkin', the full-ass game, will eventually come out, though? Yeah, I do. Just not in the next couple of months or years even. And will it live up to...
Yeah, true. The moment I get a job, got a wife, have kids, there's still gonna be that day when FNF is still waiting to get a full release.
I think, okay, for my guess, I think around like the next 5 or like 6 years, I guess, or like maybe less than that. That's my only guess actually for FNF update. But but probably at that time I won't be playing FNF anymore. I'll be just probably getting a job or just being in college still.
Just changing up the content. Oh, don't we'll just see. We're not sure yet. We're not sure.
Expectations? I don't know. I guess time will tell. And with that, you and me, we've made it to the end of this video. If you're still listening to the words coming out of my mouth, thank you for sticking around, mate. Like, you've increased this video's watch time, which means I can make more money. Thank you. And while you're still listening to everything that's coming out of my mouth, why don't you go watch all of my other videos and all of their ads, so I can raise $2 million. Thanks for watching. Go do all of the YouTuber like, subscribe, buzzword things, and I'll see you in the next video.
Number 15. Subscribe to the Beak.
Okay, hold on. We need to be in the. We need to go back to our room first. So transition. So, Deren, what do you think about the video?
Honestly, I'm quite happy that there's still some people out there that think that FNF is not a scam. I'm relieved about that, but that's probably just like on like 40% of the community. The other 80% is probably like just saying that it's a big scam, which I get it's taking so long. But you gotta have logic here first. Actually, first of all, the main game only has four fucking hell.
Calm down.
Four devs actually, and there's only one programmer, one animator and artist, one composer, and that's that's almost pretty much about it actually. You can't expect that game would have like this be updated in like a year or two. No, it's not actually. Like you see all the lists they give, 60 songs, like anime cutscenes. That shit takes like so long.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. There's like talented people that do FNF, like do FNF mods by themselves, like Jacob the Art Kid who made Plant vs Rapper on himself, but that's just a demo.
Sure.
And also Arcade Showdown, which is also created by also one person as well. Even the dev himself, it said it took him like at least like a year or two to just made it. Which, of course, it's only 1 week. But imagine making like 60 songs. You think they can do that in 1 week?
That's just so unlike like I said, like the thing I said. A delay game will be a good game. A rush game will be a horrible game. Like that's what we need to know. Like what you guys need to know is you need to know that we only have 4 developers. But you could argue that they could hire more people. It's up to them. It's not really up to us. Like we're here just waiting. We're just people. We're just random YouTuber that just waiting for an FNF get an update or just looking at mods that are pretty interesting. That's just us. We can't just ask them to. If you're saying the game is long, you need to hire more team. But Maybe they don't want it. Maybe they just want Ninja Muffin. Or who's the other one who do the artist?
Artist is Eva Skater.
Yeah, we just get like them. Maybe they don't want. Maybe they just want to do it alone, which is I can't argue with that. Like four people, like, and then like imagine you're the four group who's doing the project, and then you suddenly just like, oh, let's add a random guy that we don't know about who helped us with the project. That's like kind of not like a friend project. It's more like a group project.
Fun fact about week 6 actually, they actually got some help actually with the pixel art actually. They actually got some help with other.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah.
you see right here actually. Week 5 it was released, and then like week 6 it was released in just 2 weeks because they asked for help actually, and they didn't want to ask help anymore actually.
Yeah, maybe they have a reason for that. Maybe they're like, it's like I said, like it makes sense for them to want to ask help because it, like, four of them, like imagine you and me make a project and then you suddenly add a person into our project, even though it was supposed to be you and me who was supposed to do the project, not this guy that you invited. So I'm kind of going on that route over there. It could be that problem. Could be that thing that they wanted.
I mean, technically they can just use the money to just like hire other people, but I get it, okay?
Get the money around there. I think I can imagine them doing some money angel right now. Okay, but if you do really enjoy this video and love comment down below what more reaction video you guys want us to watch, so we can just sit down, watch, and get some easy view. And just talk shit about the views.
Why you guys want to do more reaction video?
Money.